Shout out to the EA Sports Game Changer program for sponsoring today's Madden NFL 22 video on, yes, the Yard. Of course, the Yard was an exciting new mode added into Madden 21. It's back in Madden 22, and it's looking a lot better. The main new expansion to the Yard from last iteration are the new archetypes that have been added into the game. Of course, last year you had maybe 12 player archetypes. This year, you have a whole boatload of options. First of all, when you make your player, you have to choose whether you are making a small build, an agile build, a medium build called a balanced build, or a large build, which is a bruiser build. So it's different weight classes, which obviously reduce or impacts things like weight, speed, etc. You can figure that out on your own. While we check out all of these different classes they are called, the different archetypes you can make, whether it's an offensive or defensive minded player. So you see Mojo, that is an keep to lead play. Infiltrator, that is Fred Warner. Offensively, you got Lucky Sevens, you got Pathfinder, and they all show the descriptions. Shout out to Blake Martinez of the New York Giants. You see these guys, that's like a rack kind of receiver who makes moves in the open fields. The Moonshot, the spectacular catch wide receiver, that's like a DK Metcalf, Odell Beckham Jr. archetype. And you see they show player like who the players, like the archetypes are modeled after. So you got like obviously the bulldozing back is like a Derrick Henry, the double agent, the Christian McCaffrey who can run the ball and receive. You got different quarterback archetypes, but the player models actually don't end here. If you change with the left trigger the weight class from agile to balance or to bruiser, you'll notice that the player archetypes actually change. And not only that, as we check out DK Metcalf and the way this DK Metcalf / Odell Beckham Jr. moonshot wide receiver archetype looks like. But yeah, if you change the with the left trigger, you change your weight class, you can see different players that they're modeled after. So the Lucky 7 is now modeled after Tyreek Hill when you go completely agile. The General is now after Justin Herbert. And also, as you notice at the bottom in the blue text, it says recommended physique. So they're basically recommending what size player you should have for these certain archetypes that you are building. So like obviously a Derrick Henry archetype, you want to have a bruiser. The Pathfinder also looks like it's a bruiser one. Infiltrator, that's a bruiser. The Freak, a balance. The Goliath, an agile. And then the Hitman out there, that's a balance. That's literally a play on Harry the Hitman Harrison. So if you guys remember my videos last year on the Yard, I think you have an idea of what player I'm about to pick. We are indeed going for the one I have been primarily looking at so far, the one I fell in love with in first sight. It's the Moonshot, man. That spectacular catch wide receiver. I know a lot of people love to make the quarterbacks, right? Everybody wants to have that scrambling quarterback that can roll out and do all sorts of crazy stuff. You can obviously run with a fast quarterback. Me, I like building a nice, whether it's I like the slot wide receiver, especially the idea of having the slot wide receiver. And, this kind of guy that can do pretty much everything. That can throw the ball on gadget plays, that can make crazy catches, because that's a lot of fun. You just throw up a jump ball, and hey, man, the Moonshot will come down with it. And then, of course, you're going to have pretty good speed as well. And I've chosen the agile size, so it shows DK Metcalf as really more of the Odell Beckham Jr. type. So, it's really cool how in-depth that the game went this year as far as really showcasing like the kind of player you are building, right? Because obviously we can tell based on the NFL comps, like, oh, I'm making a Fred Warner. That's pretty cool because Fred Warner, one of the best middle linebackers in the game, he can really fly all over the field and make plays. And I mean, everybody knows what Odell brings to the table, and you see that each archetype has their own X factor and their own superstar abilities. But I believe once you max the player out, you can change the X factor. So we have Moss on our Moonshot wide receiver, but if we max our guy out, we can actually change that. And you guys see what we can do as far as what we can upgrade, things like catching, speed, etc. And now we're actually going to hop into a game here. We're going to hop into a Superstar Clash. This is an event currently going on right now. It's in, of course, you can tell by the flag, Britain, so this is pretty dope. Obviously, with the Yard, you can go all around the world, all sorts of cool stadiums. And, I remember last year, the Miami Vice Stadium that they had opening up was pretty cool. I think a lot of people remember the SpongeBob the SpongeBob little gimmick that they had going on. That was like around the playoff time, and that was in collaboration with when Nickelodeon had that one playoff game with the Saints and what was it, the Bears that was on there. Is we make a spectacular grab. That's what I'm looking for, man. When I make this guy, when I make this moonshot wide receiver, this is what I want to see. I want to make grabs like this. Sick highlight reel catches. This is the definition of the moonshot wide receiver, and you see the sick replays that are once again in the game, and we end up picking up the dub out here. Shout out to Nick Bosa, Russell Wilson, our teammates out here. And this is the only event that's in the game right now. Obviously, they're going to add more events as the year goes on. So we're out here once again in Great Britain. And in Game 3 of this Superstar Clash, there's 5 games. I'm not going to show you all of them. I'm just going to show you these 2 games, and then we're going to actually play an online head-to-head game. And we're actually going to be playing against Lamar Jackson. So you'll notice that the opposition, those players, they actually switch up. Our teammates are the same for this whole event, but the players we go against are different. Like in one of these games, we go against Tua, and in this game, Lamar Jackson's on the squad. So that's pretty cool, as you see the intro to home team, the away team, Lamar with the sick visor, man. Like, you gotta love all these get-ups that you don't normally see NFL players wearing, and NFL players looking completely out of position, like Tom Brady running in the open field, looking like a fool, and big play, Slay delivers. Oh, Tom, what are you doing? And the craziness of the yard, this play says it all, right? Lamar Jackson dropping back. He's going to shovel it off to Tom Brady. And watch who hits Tom Brady. You won't believe it. Boom! That is Russell Wilson. Take that. That's what you get for taking my Super Bowl back in 2014. Might have been what he said. I don't know. As we get ourselves a touchdown here, we're looking good for our squad to pick up the victory. As you guys will notice, it looks like momentum boosts are in the game. I can't really quite tell what's going on with the momentum meter up there, but the momentum meter is there at the very least. So, you know, that is something. Maybe it's, I don't know if it's just for show or what. But as you guys see, we are continuing to try to do the most out here. When you play the yard, man, you got to do all this cool stuff. Multiple passes behind the line of scrimmage. Try to make a man miss. Check, and absolutely acing this test. We're going to go the distance. Tom Brady can't quite get us around the edge. That is easily a multi-pass touchdown bonus. That's back from last year as well, where if you make multiple passes on a touchdown, you're going to get that extra point, and you could either choose the 1-point conversion, the 2-point conversion, or the 3-point conversion. And, you know, it's cool to have the yard in the game once again, just because, you know, Madden, obviously, you think about just normal NFL teams, but having some casual modes like Superstar KO and the Yard, just completely different experiences. It's pretty cool because obviously, like, a lot of people play the game differently, right? Like, a lot of people just think, yeah, we're just going to play, you know, Raiders versus Chiefs or something like that. But a lot of people like the Yard. And I think this is really good for, like, the young audience in Madden as well because, you know, you want to swag your player out. You want to make the sickest plays. You want to do the most. And we're actually going to head into an online game. And this guy, I could tell right away by the way that he played, like, this guy plays the yard, man. Like, I don't really play the yard too much, right? I haven't played like a crazy amount of the yard over the last year, but this guy that I was playing against, like, I knew this dude was for real from the jump. You guys will see as we watch the intro here. So once again, it's the Superstar Clash, except this time it's head-to-head. You guys see the rules, standard rules, 20-yard first downs. Obviously, you know, as different events come out, there's going to be different house rules for each event. But this one is pretty basic out here. As you guys see, our opponent, T-Ross TV, and it looks like he's got Trent Williams as his teammate. I actually didn't get to choose my teammates here. They kind of just handpicked them for me. And my guy just handpicked my pass-off right there. And right away, you see, like, what I'm talking about is, like, this guy, like, he knows what the gig is in the yard, right? You want to make passes behind the line of scrimmage, and it looks like he's made a quarterback. That's an absolute beast. This is the kind of build that you normally expect people to make, not what I made out there, and this is why. Like, you see, this guy absolutely makes us look silly in the open field. He's going to go for the 3-point conversion. He's way behind the line. No way he gets this. Don't make me look silly again. Making a spin move. Watch out! Oh, Aaron Donald is not the man you want to mess with in the open field. And here come the laterals because we want this 1-point conversion. And we might as well keep lateraling the ball one more time. That's David Bakhtiari. Chug on this one. David goes the distance. Holy cow. Once again, only in Superstar KO mode will you ever see that capped off by David Bakhtiari. And as we go on offense once again, same thing happens. I try to throw a backward pass or a pass behind the line of scrimmage to my guy, And yeah, he just picked it off once again. So, I mean, this dude's reading me like a book, and I thought you couldn't take off with your quarterback right away, but this dude just ran a quarterback run to the right. Like, what? I must have misread the house rules, man. We're absolutely getting our butt kicked right now. So, yeah, not my best showing out here, but let's see if we could crack him again. Watch out. Stop doing those silly moves in the open field. And once again, here come the laterals. Bakhtiari gonna toss it to Amari Cooper. Ball is, it's an absolute rugby scrum out here, which is fitting that we're in England for a rugby scrum. And at the end of the day, we get the recovery, but no points for it. Yeah, we didn't get any points for getting the fumble. That would have been nice if we got a point for a forced fumble. He'll get another point for another interception. Dude, how bad am I at this game? I cannot let Trent Williams run this back on me, though, all right? I got a little bit of pride, but as my opponent tried to lateral the ball to get the run back, he gives us an extra possession here. That was supposed to be my last offensive possession. That would have legit just been ball game easily. But we still got some time to make something happen here as we give it to our own created player. We've got the speed to get away from Juszczyk. We've got the open field ability. Watch out. Juszczyk is down. We're in the open field trying to go all the way. So close, so close, so close. But, I mean, man, did we need that play. I just needed the play where I didn't throw a pick, man. Like, anything but a pick as Juju connects with our created player. I named my guy Cook Boy, by the way. We were trying to figure out what that was, and obviously I chose the number 17. We're rocking the Jordan gear out here. We are completely swagged out with the Air Jordan. Like this light blue. It looks super sick out there, so I just completed the whole fit. So yeah, in this situation here, we are pretty much Polly-Wally screwed because even though we got the touchdown, we need a lot to go our way. I mean, basically, if this guy doesn't throw an interception, like, actually, it has to be a pick six. That's the only way we can get back into this game. If this guy throws a pick six, so surely he's not going to chance that, right? Wait a second. That's a pick. Green grass ahead. Fly in there. We've got ourselves a chance to win the game. We've tied it with a touchdown. A 1-point conversion gets us the dub. Otherwise, we go to overtime. How clutch was that? And I gotta say it, do not put your hands in the cookie jar. I feel weird saying that because I've literally thrown user picks to this guy the entire game. But yeah, don't put your hands in the cookie jar. You will not get away with it. So this is for the win. Russell Wilson blitzes in. We're open, but Russell chokes. Oh, come on, Russell. What's up with you and throwing goal line slants and not being clutch, my guy? All right, we're going to have to go to overtime. So overtime, each team gets a goal to go at the 20-yard line. So it's college football overtime rules-esque, except you're at the 20. And obviously, you know, 4 downs, no special teams. As Russell Wilson zigging, zagging, making up for that missed touchdown pass by scoring on the touchdown run. And now we'll go for a, you know, middle of the pack 2-point conversion here. Russell Wilson, he'll have time in the pocket. No, he's got to throw. He's got to throw it. And we connect. That was that Juju. I believe that was Juju Smith-Schuster who made the spectacular grab. So we're up by 10 now. So we got to be careful here. We really need to stop. Can't let any of this silliness go on. Don't want to give up a multi-pass touchdown. But that's exactly what we're going to do. All the passing behind the line. And Juszczyk delivers a clutch touchdown. And now my opponent's in a position where a 3-point conversion wins the game. That's what he's going for here. He's going for the jugular. He's dropping back. But he still hasn't crossed the line, so everything's still available for him. Trent Williams dancing, prancing, still behind the line. This is Jalen Ramsey. Play still going. Ramsey's going to throw it with a chance. Lattimore buried. Tries to lateral the ball, and it's picked up by Bakhtiari. Oh, what a game Bakhtiari is having. And can we run it back with Big David versus Goliath? Not quite. But as we lateral the ball to Juju, that is the way the cookie crumbles. We come back from being down, 15-1, and throwing an interception on our last offensive drive. We had no business winning that game, but man, that's what the yard's all about, I guess. We did what we needed to do, man. That was absolutely wild. So I'm gonna show you guys the way I upgraded my guy a little bit before we head out of here, and you guys see the bonuses you get for winning the game. And there's different bonuses you can get for like winning each event and stuff like that you'll be able to see once you fully dive into the yard. So yeah, leave a like in the video if you guys enjoyed what you guys saw today. If you guys enjoyed this yard action, subscribe for more Madden 22 gameplays. If you guys want to see more of the yard, let me know in the comment section. Hit a like on this video and we'll be back, and I'll try to continue building our moonshot wide receiver. And until then, I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you as always for watching.